Good evening. Today is Wednesday. Today I'm finally home after meeting after meeting after meeting. Not even a lunch. Well, I did sort of grab something along the way, but not even a lunch break. But I thought I would talk to you today a little bit about body emotions. Have you ever noticed that when you are really frustrated with something, you can't figure it out? That jaw gets really tight, and maybe you have furrows in your forehead and you're getting all scrunched up. Sometimes you end up with small back issues. Sometimes small back issues are organ issues. We get butterflies in our stomach after a while if we get fearful of something. Some people, when they're really anxious about something, their legs will jump up and down like I'm doing right now. You can see my arms move because the resting of my legs. You'll see that happen quite often. There's a book out now that has to do with racism, and it's called The Body Remembers. After studying a lot of stuff lately, I've discovered, probably over about the last 3 or 4 years, how the body remembers the trauma that so many people have been under. One of the big things that we remember is the Holocaust. How the Jews were beaten up, killed in concentration camps. Within their DNA is a stress, trauma detail of the DNA. And it goes from generation to generation. It's a hard thing to break. So these people have natural trauma within them. Interestingly enough, so do many of the people who worked at the concentration camps to get rid of the Jews. They also have this trauma within them. They saw the horrors. They saw the nasty stuff. And seriously, as the book title goes, the body remembers. The body remembers many things. So when all of a sudden we get into a battle with, I don't get this, I don't understand it, we get frustrated, our body remembers that and will add to the trauma that we are already in. The body remembers a lot. So, tomorrow, I'm just letting you know ahead of time, we are going to be doing something called a body scan, which is very, very similar to what we do before we do centering prayer. And before we actually go into just breathing and following the breath, we do this body scan. With that particular body scan, we go from the feet to the top. One of the things that we do with a body scan that I am talking about now, where we are under tremendous stress, is we start at the head. We start to figure out what's going on in our brains, and we'll actually breathe into all of the areas of our face. And we're going to be spending a lot of time there. That's why I'm not going to do that besides tonight. But I'm kind of giving you a foretaste of the feast to come, Then we'll move down the neck. We'll go down the arms, down the body. Notice this. We're going away from the head. We want to be connected to the body. We want to know what's going on. But when we are under tremendous stress, we want the body to stop igniting what our brain is already dealing with. And so we try to put a gap between our thoughts and reality. We try to put a gap there so that we can finally realize at some point, not just intellectually, but know it by body, that our thoughts are merely that. Our thoughts are not reality. That's a hard concept to understand. I mean, intellectually, we know that. Our emotions don't. Our emotions thrive on other emotions, even if it's emotions from the body itself. The emotions that our body remembers from the past and says, oh yeah, remember last time when this happened, and that happened, and this happened, and it just keeps building and building till all of a sudden you almost need somebody to help you out. And by the way, that's what the reason I'm doing a lot of this stuff during this COVID time is it's this notion of, did you brush your teeth today? Did you take a bath today? Did you take care of your body today? Did you take care of your mind today? The mind is difficult to deal with. We don't know how to deal with it. Us in the Western culture have thrown away so much good stuff. The Native Americans knew. The Catholics knew. The Eastern part of Christianity has done this for years. Eastern religions have done this since they don't know when. But we in the Western culture threw it away because I don't know why. But we are bringing it back, and like I've shown you for the last 6 months, 7 months, however long this has been, feels like 10 years. Centering prayer is powerful. And now I'm digging into a little bit more stuff where the mind is literally changed. There's been lots of brain studies done with this where they've done a study of the brain and just a normal person, and all of a sudden they realize after about 8 weeks of meditation, the fight and flight part of our brain shrinks. And our actual part of the brain that makes decisions gets bigger. And it's that part that gives us the sense of freedom. So there's lots of things that's going on in the mind, and we need to take care of that. And if we don't, mental diseases happen. And we know that mental illnesses right now are at a high. I wonder why that would be, huh? Just a few stressors out there in life today. One thing would be good. 2 things would be okay. 3 things might be all right. 4 things, 5 things, we're getting pushed over the edge. So that's what we're going for now. We're looking at our body and trying to release all the stresses that are in our body so that all of a sudden we can say, the body is about as little contribute as it. We're at the point now where the body is not contributing much to our emotions. We can control it. We can let it do it, but we can also control it. And that's what we're after. So, God gave us this wonderful ability, so we're going to use it. So, be aware tomorrow we are doing the body scan. We're going to see where the tensions are in our body, the sensations, any type of sensation we can find in the body. We're not going to look for new sensations. We're not going to make sensations happen. We're just going to look for where are we at today emotionally, and go look in the body to see if we can find it. We won't find it tomorrow necessarily, or the next day, or the next week, or the next month, or the next year. But the longer we work on this, the more we learn. It's a practice. It's a practice. A lifetime practice. See you tomorrow. Hopefully 10:30. No guarantees. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy this wonderful day. Night-night. I hope. No night-night yet. The furrows in my forehead getting really deep. I'm trying to get this done.